Okay, so sometimes if you're making salmon chowder, you need to take the skin off. And what are you gonna do with the skin? It's kind of a waste to throw it away. So I'm gonna show you how to make crispy salmon chips, which are like really awesome omega-3 rich potato chips, but they're salmon. And they're not really fishy, they're really good. So to take the skin off, I make a little cut at the end here. And I hold it with a paper towel. And then you're gonna angle your knife. And you're gonna slide the skin out with your left hand. So we can use the salmon for chowder. And then we have the skin. And we're gonna cut this meat off. Now we have this beautiful piece of skin. You actually don't need to take the scales off at all. And we're gonna move it over here to this pan. And then what you wanna do is you wanna heat your oven to 500 degrees and then take another piece of parchment paper, cover the salmon skin and flatten it out, and then squish it between two trays. And then you wanna put something heavy on top to keep the salmon skin from curling. It usually takes about 15 minutes, but the way you know it's done, I'm gonna show you, is that it stands straight out and it's brittle. If it's sort of floppy at all, it's not quite ready. You might want to put a fan on and open your windows, because burnt fish skin in the oven, you'll hate me if that happens to you. So check on it fairly often until you get a sense of how to make it. I'm gonna throw it in the 500-degree oven. We'll check on it in about 13 minutes just to see where it's at. Okay, we're gonna add our salmon skin and put it in the oven, 500 degrees.
Busy. Oh.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you're using hot pads, because this is going to be screaming hot when you pull it out. And I'm pulling this out early to show you that it's not done. But I kind of feel like it's important to show not done so that you understand what done looks like. It's sort of starting to get crispy, but it's still sort of, you know, flaccid. So we're going to put the parchment back on and set our timer for 5 more minutes. And we don't need the cast iron pan at this point because it's already flattened. And we'll check on it in 5 minutes. Okay, so it's gonna crisp up a little bit as it sits, but it's now kind of straight as a board. So we're gonna let it just hang out here. And then when it cools, we're gonna be able to break it into chips. And it's really great with some like herbed sour cream or herb creme fraiche. You can put salmon eggs on it. In one of my cookbooks, Good Fish, I have a recipe for a smoked trout mousse, and that would be really awesome on this as well. So you can see it's actually starting to fully crisp up right as I'm talking to you. So now it's absolutely ready to break into chips. Okay, and that's how you make salmon chips. Oh, we're filming. Thanks for watching my videos. My name is Becky Selengut. Really appreciate you hanging out here with me for a little while. Feel free to check out my website at www.beckyselengut.com or either of my cookbooks I've written, Good Fish and Shroom, and I'm working on a new one called How to Taste. And what else can I tell you? If you liked any of the silly dad humor or humor in any of my videos, feel free to check out my comedy podcast, Look Inside This Book Club, and take a look at all the other videos that I have on my channel. Thanks so much. Cheers.